So the parenting strategies that I use in therapy is parent management training and emotion-focused coaching. These two approaches have the most research support backing them up, showing that these things will help kids, and they're going to help kids with serious issues. Like I said, kids that have serious behavioral challenges, kids that are struggling from anxiety, depression, vandalism, rule breaking, serious stuff, harming other kids, harming themselves. These two strategies have been proven to actually work. It's important to know that because you don't want to gamble on your kid's life. And what both strategies boil down to is, counterintuitively, the therapist is not seeing the kid. The therapist is seeing the parents. Because whatever is going on in the home, the therapist, ideally should be there to see it, to interact with it, to field all the challenges that are coming up. And no therapist is really able to do that, except parents. So the whole idea behind these two approaches is really making the parents into the therapist. Usually, each approach will take about 12 sessions in total. And what my job as a therapist really is like I said, making the parents their own therapist, to be able to learn all the skills and all the techniques to increase the good behaviors they want, to be able to pass on the values and unlock the potential of their kids as best they can. And also to reduce all the negative behaviors and get those things sorted out as soon as possible. And it's by being there at every step of the way, every day, every hour, really being on your kid and watching how things are developing. Well, that's going to be the solution here. It's just not going to cut it, a kid coming in, seeing a therapist maybe once a week. And what's most beautiful about these two approaches is that they really strike at the heart of what it means to be a parent, is that we're carrying our kids. We are the last stop for these guys. Short of when they get married, we are the only people who do actually care for your kid through their whole life. It's not going to be teachers. It's not going to be therapists. It's not going to be their friends. It's going to be you. And so you need to be kind of like, Johnny on the spot. You have to have, jack of all trades here, knowing how to field more or less any problem that they're going to deal with. And a lot of parents, when they come to me, they feel really discouraged, like, what's wrong with me? Why am I not a good parent? What am I doing that just is bad? How am I hurting my kid? And, I have yet to run into parents who are really hurting their kid, who are at fault. Because, what you'll notice is that for all your other kids, things are working out. You're a great parent. You're doing what you need to do. Things are working out for those kids. It's just whatever techniques you're using for the other kids, for whatever reason, environmental, genetic, whatever the issue is going to be, it ain't working for this one kid. So first and foremost, you can't beat yourself up for it. And there's a certain mature recognition that not every solution works for every person. And that's probably, really where the problem lies, is there's just, you can't have that expectation to have every answer. And that for whatever reason, it's just not working with this kid. So by coming in, learning research techniques, learning scientifically validated approaches, do solve these problems. Do resolve depression, do resolve anxiety, do resolve the behavioral issues, increases love, increases self-esteem, increases academic performance, makes it less likely they'll get divorced and have a meaningful relationship when they grow up with their spouse. So parenting's a challenge, but the more that you know, the more fun it is. And that's what I hope to give, using these approaches.